My name is Tiffany Jarman. I'm the rescue coordinator for Lenoir County SPCA. And this is Axel, and unfortunately he is one of many cruelty cases that we have at the shelter right now. So Axel was shot in the face with what we believe is birdshot. It split his bottom jaw into two, and he had to have surgery, which he's already went, and he's had surgery, and he's recovering very well, but he has scars on his face, obviously from the pellets. He had to have been shot pretty point blank, because if birdshot is not a high caliber rifle, and in order for it to split a bone, it had to have been very close. So he is recovering and available for adoption now. The only thing that he will need is soft foods for right now, but he obviously eats the soft treats very well. And then in 3 weeks, he will need a follow-up appointment just to hopefully get the wire removed. We don't want that to be a permanent thing. We're hoping that his jaw has healed enough to where he'll be able to take that out. But here in Lenoir County, I can't speak for every county, but in Lenoir County, cruelty to animals is a very prevalent problem. We have animals that have been starved, left for eviction, and just left to die. And then they come here, and we have a hard time placing them because since they were so neglected, it's obvious that they'll have heartworms because they haven't had any treatment. Come here. Because they haven't had any treatment. And once they get heartworms and are that skinny and they have behavioral issues based on their abuse and their neglect, it's hard for us to find people who are willing to accept them and work with them. We had one that had genetic mange and it just wasn't cared for and ended up having seizures. We have one that had her puppies taken from her, and she came here and she was still full of milk. And her behavior issues are from her abuse and her neglect. We have a German Shepherd mix she's an amazing dog, but she has got heartworms and it's going to need treatment, and it's hard for us to find rescues and adopters who are willing to put that much money into an animal that's going to need more work because she's terrified of dogs. We don't know what happened with her, but something happened to make her that afraid, and so it's a struggle right now. We're having a hard time moving dogs because almost all of them have such a terrible past. Here recently, it has been much more than what I've ever experienced, and I'm not really sure why, but I can tell you that mentally and emotionally speaking, we are struggling because we have to see this all the time, and we have to get the dogs who have been left because they're paralyzed, or we have to get the dogs that have gotten, been shot in the face. We recently got one that had about a 6-inch gash on his neck and was covered in gasoline. And we don't really know why or what happened, but it was intentional. And so we have to see those things every day. And it affects us. I know it's not a big deal to everyone, and to a lot of people they're just animals, but we really love them, and it is emotionally hard for us to see them like that all the time.